The 4-4-2 is football's most iconic formation. 4 defenders, 4 midfielders, and 2 strikers. It dominated English football throughout the 1990s and early 2000s, with Sir Alex Ferguson's Manchester United using it to win multiple Premier League titles. What makes the 4-4-2 special is its perfect balance. The 4 defenders provide a solid backline. The 4 midfielders, 2 in the center and 2 on the wings, control the middle of the park and provide width. And up front, you have a partnership of 2 strikers who can play off each other. Think of legendary partnerships like Andy Cole and Dwight Yorke at Manchester United or Alan Shearer and Chris Sutton at Blackburn Rovers. One striker would often drop deeper to link play while the other stayed high to finish chances. The 4-4-2's weakness against teams with 3 central midfielders. The 2 in the middle can get overrun. That's why it's less common at the elite level today. Though teams like Atletico Madrid under Diego Simeone still use variations of it effectively. The 5-3-2. When teams need extra defensive solidity, they often turn to the 5-3-2. 5 defenders, 3 midfielders, and 2 strikers. The key feature is the 3 central defenders who form a solid wall in front of the goalkeeper. The 2 outer defenders, called wing-backs, have the crucial job of providing width in attack while dropping back to form a 5-man defense when the team loses possession. It's exhausting work. They need incredible stamina to sprint up and down the touchline for 90 minutes. Antonio Conte is the modern master of this formation, using it to win league titles with Chelsea and Inter Milan. The 5-3-2 is perfect for teams that want to defend deep and counterattack with speed. The 4-3-3. The 4-3-3 is all about attack. 4 defenders, 3 midfielders, and 3 forwards. This formation became synonymous with Dutch total football in the 1970s and was later perfected by Pep Guardiola's Barcelona. The 4-3-3 allows teams to dominate possession with 3 central midfielders controlling the game. Up front you have a central striker flanked by 2 wingers who can either cut inside to shoot or stay wide to cross. Liverpool under Jurgen Klopp used this formation to devastating effect with their front 3 of Sulla, Firmino and Mane. The key to making it work is having technically skilled midfielders and forwards with pace who can press high up the pitch. The 4-2-3-1. The 4-2-3-1 has become the most popular formation in modern football. 4 defenders, 2 defensive midfielders, 3 attacking midfielders, and 1 striker. What makes it so effective is its versatility. The 2 defensive midfielders, often called the double pivot, provide protection for the back 4 while also starting attacks. Ahead of them, 3 attacking midfielders support a lone striker. Carlo Ancelotti used this formation during his first spell at AC Milan with Kaká and Rui Costa playing as the attacking midfielders behind a striker. The downside, it can lack width, which is why the fullbacks need to push forward to provide crosses. The 3-4-3. The 3-4-3 has made a comeback in recent years. 3 defenders, 4 midfielders, and 3 forwards. It's an aggressive formation that allows teams to commit players forward while still maintaining defensive structure. Chelsea won the Premier League under Antonio Conte with this formation in the 2016-17 season. The key innovation was using Cesar Azpilicueta, normally a fullback, as one of the 3 central defenders. This gave him extra passing ability from the back. The 3-4-3 can morph into a 5-4-1 when defending with the wing-backs dropping alongside the 3 central defenders. This flexibility makes it difficult for opponents to break down. The 3-5-2. The 3-5-2 is similar to the 5-3-2, but with a more attacking mindset. 3 defenders, 5 midfielders, and 2 strikers. The 5 midfielders usually consist of 2 wing-backs, 2 central midfielders, and an attacking midfielder. This formation was popularized in Italy with teams like Juventus using it to dominate Serie A. The extra man in midfield compared to the 3-4-3 gives more control in the center of the pitch. The 3-5-2 works best when you have central defenders who are comfortable on the ball and wing-backs with exceptional stamina. It can struggle against teams that attack down the wings as the wing-backs can get caught upfield. The 2-3-5. The 2-3-5, known as the pyramid, was one of football's earliest formations. 2 defenders, 3 midfielders, and 5 forwards. It dominated the game from the 1880s to the 1930s, when football was primarily about attacking. In this formation, the two defenders would stay back while everyone else pushed forward. The five forwards would spread across the pitch, creating numerous passing options and overwhelming defenses with sheer numbers. The 235 fell out of favor as teams developed more sophisticated defensive strategies, but elements of it can still be seen in how some modern teams push forward and attack, particularly Manchester City under Pep Guardiola, who often creates a 2-3-5 shape when in possession. The 4-1-4-1. The 4-1-4-1 features 4 defenders, 1 defensive midfielder, 4 attacking midfielders, and 1 striker. The key to this formation is the single defensive midfielder who shields the back 4. This player, think N'Golo Kanté at Chelsea or Sergio Busquets at Barcelona, needs exceptional positioning, tackling ability, and game intelligence. They're the defensive anchor that allows the 4 midfielders ahead of them to focus on creating chances. Bayern Munich used this formation effectively under Pep Guardiola with Xabi Alonso as the defensive midfielder. It provides excellent defensive coverage while still allowing for creativity in attack. The 4-4-1-1. The 4-4-1-1 is a variation of the 4-4-2 with one of the strikers dropping deeper into a number 10 role. 4 defenders, 4 midfielders, 1 attacking midfielder and 1 striker. This formation creates a link between midfield and attack through the deeper striker who can turn and play passes to the main striker or the wingers. Wayne Rooney often played this role behind Ruud van Nistelrooy at Manchester United. The 4-4-1-1 offers more midfield control than a traditional 4-4-2 while still maintaining its defensive solidity. It's particularly effective against teams that play with just one defensive midfielder. As the deeper striker can exploit the space behind them, modern football has moved beyond rigid formations. Managers now use hybrid systems that change shape depending on whether the team has possession. Manchester City under Pep Guardiola might line up in a 4-3-3 on paper, but during games, one of their fullbacks often moves into midfield to create a 3-2-5 shape in possession. This gives them numerical superiority in key areas of the pitch. Then there's the concept of the false 9, a striker who drops deep into midfield rather than staying high up the pitch. Lionel Messi perfected this role under Guardiola at Barcelona, creating confusion among defenders who didn't know whether to follow him into midfield or stay in position. Another innovation is the inverted wing-back, a fullback who moves into central midfield rather than staying wide. Pep Guardiola has used this tactic with players like Philipp Lahm at Bayern Munich and João Cancelo at Manchester City. There's no perfect formation in football. Each has strengths and weaknesses, and the best managers adapt their tactics based on their players' strengths and the opposition. José Mourinho won the Champions League with Inter Milan using a defensive 4-3-3. Pep Guardiola dominated with Barcelona using a possession-based 4-3-3. Both were successful despite using the same formation in completely different ways. What matters most isn't the formation itself, but how well the players understand their roles within it. The best teams can seamlessly switch between multiple formations during a single match, making them unpredictable and difficult to play against. Which formation do you think is the most difficult or easiest to play? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed learning about football formations, hit subscribe for more football explainer videos. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next.